mystery ships. The High-Aim 6 was a Chinese ship that left the port of Taiwan back in October 2002. It was located in January 2003 near Australia, without any of its crew on board. For a while, the mystery was why it was abandoned in the first place. It was stocked with food, was in good condition, and wasn't smuggling immigrants. The High-Aim 6 made news again when a single remaining crew member was located. It was only then that it got some sort of story. The rest of the crew had murdered the ship's captain and engineer, then left to go back to their homeland. The reasons behind the murders or the locations of the criminals are both unknown. The Jianseng. In Australian waters, the Jianseng was found in 2006 without crew. The ship sported a broken tow rope, which suggests it was in transit when the rope snapped. There were no signs of damage or piracy on the ship, so it was probably a simple case of a fragile rope. Mystery solved, right? Not as easy as first hoped. There were no identifying marks on the ship. It didn't turn up in searches for registered ships, if it had been registered at all. Nobody put a message out to look for a large ship that had broken free. Nobody claimed it. When they tried the ship's engines, they found it inoperable. Even though speculation says the ship was a resupply vessel for fishing boats, nobody knows where the ship originated from. The Lunatic. The Lunatic holds the story of Juri Sturk, a 72-year-old man from Slovenia. He wanted to set 2 records, to be the oldest man to sail non-stop around the world and to do it in the smallest boat without an engine. He was by no means a novice. He had already done a round-the-world trip in 1991 and wrote 4 books about his adventures. He took a radio with him on the trip, but soon after New Year's Day in 2009, he went silent. A passing ship found the Lunatic empty and with heavy storm damage and its emergency boat at the back missing. Juri and this emergency boat were never found. Mary Celeste. If you read about various real-life ghost ships around the world, you'll notice a lot of them are nicknamed as a certain country's own Mary Celeste. It's only fitting we take a look at one of the more famous ghost ships to exist. In November 1872, Benjamin Briggs boarded the Mary Celeste as its captain, along with his wife, daughter, and 8 shipmates. The goal was New York to Italy, but the trip didn't last more than a month before it turned up without denizens. The ship had its lifeboat missing but had 6 months' worth of food and water on board and no signs of structural damage or a fight. The ship has various theories: mutiny, pirates, sea monsters, a vengeful slave, and an explosion from crude alcohol. Whatever the cause was, the Mary Celeste lives on as the most famous ghost ship mystery ever. Mystery of Manfred. A battered yacht found by local Filipino fishermen had nobody piloting it, but its single crew wasn't missing. In fact, the body of the German sailor Manfred Fritz Bajord was found within, slumped on his desk reaching for the radio, after a heart attack took his life. Even stranger, his entire body had appeared to be mummified. He went missing from 2009 to 2016, so people believe he had been dead for several years, which would easily explain why he went missing. The actual mummification was predicted to be due to the dry salty air and would have taken a few weeks to start. Then the autopsy came in with some shocking news: Manfred had died from his heart attack just a week previously. The reasons Manfred went dark for so long, and how his body mummified so quickly, is unknown.